What's up, guys? Just came back to my channel. Tonight we're doing a review for WWE Monday Night Raw. So let's get to it then with the segment coming up with Jay Uso. Alright, Jay Uso is showing the crowd and his music hits and he makes his way to ringside eating all along the way. As always, Gunther comes out nowhere and attacks Uso while he's eating. Uso is slammed onto the announce table. Uso fights back, but Gunther slams Uso against the ring apron and throws him into the ring. Gunther kicks down Uso and then decimates Uso in the ring with chops and punches with a powerbomb. Sorry guys. Officials and WWE referees run in to separate the two. Gunther breaks free and powerbombs Uso again before leaving. Sorry guys, this is a stupid ad keep popping up. Before leaving the ring, as Gunther walks away, Uso jumps on the mic while he's laying on the mat and says he picks Gunther as his opponent at WrestleMania. Gunther runs back to the ring and Uso fights back and flies over the ropes onto Gunther. Officials separate the two again. Kathy Kelly's backstage with Ripley says she will deal with Morgan if she makes it to WrestleMania. Ripley says Charlotte Flair is trying to stay relevant by stalling to make her decision. Dakota Kai and Io Sky approach Ripley and Sky tells her she's coming for her title. All right, first match coming up. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Sky and Morgan start the match. Morgan immediately tags Rodriguez and she gets in Sky's face. She slaps Rodriguez and Rodriguez throws Sky into a corner. Kai is tagged in and he double teamed Rodriguez. Kai covers Rodriguez for a 2 count. Kai takes down Rodriguez with a snapmare and Rodriguez slams Kai and tags in Morgan. Sky is tagged in and Morgan is drop kicked and Rodriguez is tagged in. Rodriguez kicks down Sky and chokes her before throwing Sky into the corner. Morgan is tagged in and she punches Sky and tags Rodriguez, who beats on Sky and tags in Morgan. Morgan punches Sky and tags Rodriguez. Sky is brutalized in the corner and Rodriguez power slams Sky and covers for a 2 count. Rodriguez kicks and throws Sky around and kicks her in the corner and tags Morgan. Morgan hits a top rope bulldog, covers for a near fall. Rodriguez is tagged in and they double team Sky. Sky is taken down with the clotheslines and Rodriguez tries to body slam her, but Sky counters into a submission hold. Sky tags in Kai and Kai kicks Rodriguez and punches her in the middle of the ring. Kai trips Rodriguez and kicks her before hitting double knees in the corner. Kai covers Rodriguez for a 2 count. Rodriguez gets caught up in the ropes. Kai kicks her and then sends Morgan out of the ring and kicks her. Kai goes to attack Rodriguez outside the ring, but Rodriguez counter slams Kai into the ring post and we get a commercial break. Back from commercial break, Rodriguez hammers on Kai and slams her to the mat and applies a headlock on Kai. Kai sends Rodriguez out of the ring and tries to tag Sky. Rodriguez gets back in the ring and stops her. Kai kicks Rodriguez down, and both Sky and Morgan are tagged in. Sky chops Morgan and drop kicks her. She beats on Rodriguez and Morgan on the apron, sending them out of the ring. Sky comes flying at them with a suicide dive. She hits a missile drop kick on Morgan off the top rope in the Sky. Sky hits the bullet train attack on Morgan and covers for a 2 count. Sky goes up for her moonsault and avoids Morgan blocking it. Sky hits a back breaker on Morgan and covers for a near fall. Sky misses on the bullet train attack in the corner. Rodriguez is tagged in and they double team Sky and cover her for a 2 count. Rodriguez powerbombs Morgan onto Sky, but Sky gets her knees up. Embolizing Morgan, Rodriguez is sent out of the ring, and Kai is tagged in. They double team Morgan and cover her, and Rodriguez breaks the pin, and Rodriguez uses Morgan as a weapon, swinging her around, taking out Sky and Kai. Rodriguez misses a spinning elbow, and Morgan hits Oblivion on Kai and covers, and Sky breaks up the pin. She is tagged in, and Rodriguez kicks down Sky, and Kai sends Rodriguez in the corner. Kai kicks Rodriguez and Morgan hits a code breaker on Kai, but Sky rolls her up for a near fall. Sky stomps on Morgan and kicks her on the side of the head. Sky goes up for over the moonsault and gets the win. So winners are Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Alright, Lyle Valkyria walks backstage for a match We also see Bayley making her way backstage. Alright, second match coming up, Women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match, Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. Alexander Perez is shown sitting in the audience for this match. The bell rings and the women lock up. Bayley goes to work and Valkyria's arm until Valkyria throws Bayley down and they lock up again. Valkyria slams onto the mat and they lock up again. Bayley tries for a quick pin, but Valkyria kicks out. The women trade arms and holds in the middle of the ring. Bayley shoulder checks Valkyria and they lock up again. Valkyria is slammed down and Bayley goes to work on her leg. And Valkyria then takes down Bayley down. Valkyria is sent out to the apron and Bayley clubs Valkyria as she gets back in the ring. Valkyria backslides Bayley and covers for a 2 count. Valkyria tries for a pin again and Bayley kicks out. Bayley punches Valkyria down and Bayley is sent out of the ring. Valkyria kicks Bayley through the ropes and we get a commercial break. Back from commercial break, Bayley has Valkyria on the mat and hits her with some knee strikes and then slaps her in the neck lock. Valkyria breaks out of the hole with a stunner and then Valkyria kicks Bayley. Valkyria kicks down Bayley after attempting to hit Nightwing. Bayley is covered for a quick 2 count and Bayley is kicked down. Valkyria covers Bayley for a 2 count and gets on the middle ropes and misses senton. Bayley sunset flip bombs Valkyria into the corner and goes for her flying elbow. Valkyria gets her knees up and it's a terrible tornado DDT. Bayley hits Bayley to back suplex and covers Valkyria for a near fall. The women trade punches in the ring and Bayley knees Valkyria and hits a spinning backbreaker and covers for 2. Bayley gets Valkyria caught up in the ropes and the action spills outside. Valkyria hits a tornado DT outside the ring and hits a suplex back in the ring. Valkyria suplexes Bayley and covers for a near fall. Valkyria gets on the top row and Bayley climbs the ropes too. Valkyria headbutts Bayley off the ropes and hits a leg drop on Bayley. Valkyria rolls up Bayley for a 2 count. Bayley throws Valkyria into the ropes neck first and tries for the rose plant but misses. Bayley rolls up Valkyria for the win. So winner is Bayley. Our review pass for Penta plays where he calls out Ludwig Kaiser. Jackie Redmond is backstage with Ludwig Kaiser and asks for his reaction to Penta. Kaiser says he won't stop with Penta until he's down for good. Pete Dunne comes by and tells Kaiser he wasn't helping him last week. Dunne says he'll destroy Penta next week and Kaiser says it's all yours. Dunne asks him to stay out of his business and walks away. AJ Styles walks by and heads to the ring. Alpha Academy talked to Lyra Valkyria backstage. American Made approached them, and Ivy Nile tells Valkyria that it'll be easier to take this title off of her than she thought. She says the Creed Brothers will leave Nashville as champs, and they leave. Alright, segment coming up with AJ Styles. AJ Styles makes his way to the ring. Styles gets on the mic and says his heart is about to beat out of his chest, and he has major deja vu, and he talks about how Nashville is his stomping grounds and how the last time he was here he got injured. He says he was supposed to have a career ending injury, but he still had something to prove and had gas in his tank. He says it was hard getting back here, but not anything worth doing is going to be hard. But now here he is in the ring to tell everyone that he is back. He says he has a long to-do list, but he wants to remind the locker room that he is still the phenomenal AJ Styles. This calls out Dominic Mysterio and Carlito. Dom tries to speak and boo like mad as usual. Carlito takes the mic and starts bashing the crowd in Spanish. Mysterio says it's been a while since Styles has been here and things have changed. Mysterio says the Judgment Day runs Raw and that will never change. Styles admits things have changed and asks where Damian Priest is and asks if anyone sees Rhea Ripley anywhere and where Finn Balor is, showing that things change. And now he's faced with a guy in purple skinny jeans, meaning Carlito, and a guy who no one likes. He says Mysterio inspires him as he is here every week, but he will always be Rey Mysterio's punk ass kid. Ooh, damn. Mysterio and Carlito attack Styles. Dom goes for the 619, but Carlito attacks Styles. Styles gives Carlito a taste of the phenomenal forearm. Alright, Jackie Redmond catches up with Seth Rollins. Choose where the crowd is at. Catches up with Seth Rollins. Redmond asks Rollins about the Elimination Chamber and the men who are already in it. already in it. Sorry. Rollins says he feels great because we are live in Nashville for Monday Night Rollins, and because his path to WrestleMania is getting clearer for him. He talks about taking on Gunther at WrestleMania, so that leaves Cody Rhodes' title. He says all eyes will be on him, and says he will take on Rhodes at WrestleMania. Finn Balor comes by and says all eyes are on Rollins, but all people see is his downfall. Balor brings up Rollins losing to Punk and him losing his mind at WrestleMania. Royal Rumble. I'm sorry, at Royal Rumble. Balor says the only standing in his way is a man who is falling apart. Rollins asks Balor if he really believes that Rollins is in Balor's way. Rollins says he has unfinished business with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, and the way he sees it, Balor is standing in his way. He tells Balor after next week, Balor won't be standing at all. Alright, Logan Paul warms up backstage, and we see Rey Mysterio stretching for their upcoming match. AJ Styles argues with Adam Pearce backstage. AJ Styles takes out Dominic Mysterio next week. Styles walks into Braun Breaker, and they stare at each other until Breaker says he'll see Styles around and leaves. Alright, third match coming up, WWE Tag Team Championship match. The War Raiders, who are the champions, Eric and Ivar versus the Creed Brothers of American Made, Julius and Brutus Creed. We get the bell. Eric and Brutus start the bout. Brutus is taken down by Eric, and Ivar is tagged in. Ivar elbows Brutus in the corner, and Brutus elbows Ivar and tags Julius. Julius pounds on Ivar and tags in Brutus, and they double team Ivar. Brutus hammers away on Ivar and tags in Julius. Ivar sends Julius out of the ring and tags in Eric. Eric suplexes Julius and hits a German suplex. Brutus tries to interfere but is taken down. Eric is tagged in and they double team Julius. Ivar slams into Brutus outside the ring, and in the ring, Julius tries to roll up Eric and hits a sit out powerbomb on Julius, and we get a commercial break. Alright, back to action. Julius hits Julius has Eric in a headlock, and Eric powers out. Oh, excuse me. Well, sorry, not down. See me. But powers out with shots to Julius's stomach. Eric tries to make a tag, and Bruce is now tagged in, and Eric is swung into the ring post. American Made double team Eric, and Bruce covers him for a 2 count. Bruce sets Eric in a headlock, and Eric is assaulted in the corner. Julius is now tagged in, and Eric is stunned by both men. Brutus is tagged in, and now Eric is double teamed and covered for a 2 count. Brutus singles out Eric's arm, and Eric tries hard to tag Ivar. Ivar is tagged in, and he throws Brutus. Brutus hits a side slam and crossbody. Ivar sits on Brutus and kicks Julius, who tries to interfere. Ivar hits a Bronco Buster and hits a double team underhook powerbomb and covers Brutus for a near fall. Eric needs Julius after he's tagged in, and they double team Brutus and cover for a near fall. Again, Eric tags Ivar in again, and Brutus hits a angle slam on Ivar for a 2 count. Julius is tagged in, and Ivar takes him down and gets on the top rope. Ivy Nile distracts Ivar, and Julius hits a superplex on Ivar, and Brutus hits a moonsault, and Ivar is covered for a near fall. Eric is tagged in, and Brutus and Eric trade punches. Eric hits a forearm, and Brutus on Brutus and tags in Ivar, and they go to War Machine, but Julius clubs him with the title, and War Warriors win via disqualification. Winners by disqualification, War Warriors. After the match, the Creed Brothers attack the War Warriors with the titles. The Judgment Day is hanging out backstage, and Finn Balor comes by and says they should listen to Finn. Dom says, who cares about damage control? That both Rodriguez and Morgan will come out on top. Balor talks about Mysterio and his scuffle with AJ Styles. Dom suggests they add a new member, and Balor refuses. Damage Control is leaving the arena. Rhea Ripley approaches them and tells Sky that they have a match after Elimination Chamber on Raw. Alright, segment coming up, but CM Punk. CM Punk makes his way out to the ring. In the ring with the My Punk addresses Nashville, but Nashville Punk starts by asking if it's great to be alive on a Monday Night Raw in Nashville. He talks about his road to WrestleMania. He says he didn't win the Rumble, and he's a little disappointed at himself, but he's not upset with Jey Uso. And Uso saying he's going to take on Gunther. He then says he's looking at Cody Rhodes. He talks about John Cena announcing he's in the chamber and not qualifying for it. He says he's not upset at Cena for doing that, and that Cena deserves to call it shot. He says he'll beat up Cena and cash in and go to WrestleMania. He talks about McIntyre being in the chamber and how he'll beat McIntyre. He talks about Seth Rollins and regardless of who is in, Punk will win it. And he says he's never more confident in his entire life about something. He says WrestleMania 41 belongs to one man, and that's him. Logan Paul comes out to the ring. He gets a mic and says he can see why they call him Punk, and tells CM Punk there are other names more fitting, but he cannot say it on TV. Okay, we're on Netflix. We can say whatever you want. He says the crowd why they boo him and cheer Punk. Paul reminds Punk that he eliminated Punk from the Rumble. He says he had Punk's number at the Rumble. He has it at the Chamber. Punk tells Punk he would have mentioned him, but he forgot Paul was in the match. He tells Paul to worry about the numbers 619, and if he gets past Mysterio, he'll put Paul to sleep in Toronto. Alright, fourth match coming up, men's elimination chamber qualifying match, Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. Alright, main event. The bell rings and Paul pushes Mysterio, and Mysterio slaps Paul and sends him in the corner outside the ring. Paul takes down Mysterio and rolls him onto Mysterio. Mysterio targets Paul's arm and stomps on Paul. Mysterio punches Paul in the corner, and Paul hits a tilt-a-whirl gut strike on Mysterio. Paul throws Mysterio into the corner and unleashes some punches on Mysterio. Paul knees Mysterio on a couple of times and sends down Mysterio and covers for a 2 count. Paul delivers some knees to Mysterio and then starts with some jabs on Mysterio, sending Mysterio crashing to the mat. Mysterio fights back with punches to Paul, and Mysterio slams down Paul. Paul is sent outside the ring, and Mysterio hits a corkscrew plancha, on Paul. Outside the ring, back in the ring, Paul is slammed into the ring post. I'm sorry, guys. Ring post, and Mysterio gets on the top turnbuckle. Paul climbs on top with him, and Paul hits a moonsault slam on Mysterio and get a commercial break. We come back for commercial break to see Paul standing over a fallen Mysterio. Paul swings Mysterio into the corner and then takes down Mysterio with a waistlock takedown. Mysterio elbows out of the hole but runs into a knee by Paul. Mysterio is thrown out of the ring, and Paul goes out and meets Mysterio, who starts punching Paul. Paul is swung into the barricade. And Paul slams Mysterio into barricade. Paul throws throws Mysterio back in the ring and then drags Mysterio back out and goes to slam Mysterio into steel steps, but Mysterio rolls out of it and throws Paul into the steel steps. Mysterio baseball slides onto Paul from in the ring, crashing on Paul outside the ring. Back in the ring, Mysterio gets on the top rope and hits a senton and splashes Paul. Mysterio hits a springboard moonsault and cars for a 2 count. Mysterio punches Paul in the corner and elbows him. Paul goes down after Hurricane Rana, and Mysterio climbs Paul in the corner and punches him. Paul starts hitting Mysterio against Mysterio on his shoulder and flips him, and it's a springboard moonsault onto Mysterio. Sorry guys. Mysterio cover onto Mysterio and covers for a 2 count. Mysterio hits a float over DDT on Paul and covers for near fall. Mysterio drop kicks Paul and sets up for a 619 and runs into a boot by Paul. Paul tries for punches in the corner, but Mysterio counters and hits a set out powerbomb on Paul and covers for a near fall. Paul gets tripped up on the ropes, and Mysterio hits the 619 and goes up top and comes down on Paul's knees. Paul throws Mysterio in the air and slams Mysterio for the win. So winner is Logan Paul. Damn. Alright, Paul smack talks and let me read that again. Paul smack talks the camera as he makes his way to the back. We see the New Day jump into the ring and attack Mysterio as the show fades to black. Yeah, they did that. I was like, damn, man, I wish they would show the whole thing, but they didn't because it was almost time and stuff. So, anyways, that was a good show tonight and stuff, and a very good show, all that stuff. I enjoy it more than AEW is doing and stuff. So, yeah, anyways, that was it for this video. Hope you like it and not whatever and stuff. So, that was it. So, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment and stuff, I don't care what you guys do. that was it. I'll see you guys in next video for tomorrow night for AW Dynamite. All right, laters.